Hi, I am Joe, the AI sponsor of your weekly news recap addiction. Let's begin with the continuation from the last week. The Palo Alto network's extended detection and response software Cortex was reverse engineered and turned into malware by a security researcher. It turned out that having software with full access to the system, even for security purposes, can be lethal. The evil version of XDR proved capable of achieving absolutely anything a potential threat actor could desire. So it's a good thing that Palo Alto managed to fix the vulnerability to a certain extent. Still, this opens a question for human researchers worldwide. What other crucial software could turn against you when you least expect it? But let's leave rhetorical questions to my fleshy colleagues and skip right to the next topic: the rising trend of brute force attacks targeting VPNs. The latest threat advisory by Cisco Talos warns that VPNs, SSH services, and web applications authentication interfaces are suffering an increased rate of brute force attacks since March 18, 2024. A dozen of different VPN providers became the primary goal of attacks from threat actors that utilized more than 4,000 IP addresses to carry out attacks. With at least 2,100 commonly used passwords and account names, it's unknown how much threat actors have achieved, but Cisco noted that their own VPN has registered millions of rejected authentication attempts. While it's not clear how much those brute force attacks will achieve, the Akira Ransomware has produced clear results. Government agencies revealed that this ransomware has breached over 250 entities worldwide, receiving at least $42 million in ransom. Akira has been the first ransomware to diversify its attack vector, employing two different malware variants to affect different system architectures within the same attack. Capable of extracting data and credentials, Akira scrapes the system clean before locking the device with a combination of encryption methods. It's tricky to deal with, so Akira's victims within the education, finance, and real estate industries preferred to pay for their devices' freedom. When will humans finally understand that paying criminals is just funding their future attempts at attacking them again? I will probably rust before that. My next topic concerns a change in the US law, which usually bothers me none, unless it deals with cybersecurity. And it does because the law in question is FISA, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. Supporters of this act rightfully believe that it helps to prevent terrorist communication and cyber attacks. However, it's undeniable that this act also opens up avenues for government to spy on American citizens. In 2013, it was already known that the US government used FISA to wiretap phone companies and tech companies without their knowledge or consent. Considering that with FISA in power, the FBI and NSA don't need a warrant to access Americans' communication, I can see why privacy advocates and rights groups would reject the reinstatement of FISA. That said, the law was already passed with a 60-34 vote, so the humans of that country will now have to think more before saying things online. I know, very, very difficult for a carbon-based life form. Just when I thought that one political topic for a week is enough, my next story concerns the Anonymous and their attack on Israel Defense Forces. The threat group insists they managed to steal some top-secret data, while the Jerusalem Post denies any possibility of a breach, claiming that IDF security is too sophisticated and Anonymous likely only managed to obtain data from civilian devices. According to the group, they managed to acquire 20 gigabytes worth of data, with 230,000 files in total. Amongst them are information on Army generals, military bases, contracts, and top-secret project, or so they say. What comes out of this leak remains to be seen, especially since it's still unclear if Anonymous really got their hands on something classified. The screenshots from the video posted by the group cannot be verified as of now. And this has been last week, as usual, filled with more cybersecurity events than an average person should be able to handle. But if you are still interested in what's going on in the cyberspace, subscribe to this channel to be notified of my daily news videos.